Good evening, everybody. Good evening to our friends online. Thank you for joining us. Wanted to share a little thought that came to me in middle of Shabbos. This past Shabbos, we read Parshas Shalach in the middle of Numbers. And we know that in Parshas Shalach, what was Shalach? Shalach means to send. And Moses sent the 12 spies to spy out the land of Israel and to report back to the Jewish people. And we know that when they came back, they said that we cannot go up to the land because the people are so strong. And then they say something very interesting. They say, there we saw the Nephilim, the sons of the giant, from among the Nephilim. We were in their eyes like grasshoppers, and we were in our eyes like grasshoppers, and so we were in their eyes. We were in our eyes like grasshoppers, and so we were in their eyes. So many commentators, Rabbi Yaakov Cohen of Torch, also spoke about this in one of his classes, one of his videos, about that if you have a poor self-image of yourself, that's what's going to be projected. A person who has confidence, a person who feels good about themselves, exudes that. They give off that aura, that they give off that impression, and they have that feeling about themselves. You know, we're living in a culture, in a society that's been beat lately by different incidents of suicide and incidents of people doing terrible things to themselves. And we think to ourselves, what's going on? Why is this happening? And I think that first is, we, each and every one of us, need to have a healthy feeling about ourselves. A healthy self-confidence. It doesn't mean we're walking around gloating. It doesn't mean that we're arrogant. But a healthy level of self-knowledge, of self-awareness, knowing our qualities, knowing how good we are, knowing how precious we are. And by the way, that's a big responsibility we have to show towards our children, so that our children know how precious they are to us. So that's one. But I also think that it's important for us to recognize that we're living in a culture where we're taking in a tremendous amount of information. Today, you have the media that are bullies. You have in school, you have bullies. You have in synagogue or in the gym or the club, wherever you have the bullies, those who make more money and those who are more prestigious and those who are, have higher prominence in the community. You have bullies all over, people who are trying to push a certain agenda, and where we fit in is questionable. And I think that the bullying that's going on in schools is extending way beyond schools. It's extending to every area of life where people who have power, whatever type of power, over others, want to coerce them to do things their way and not the way they want to do as individuals. And that's having adverse effects, because we have a culture that should be proud, that should be confident, that should be elated to have all of this abundance and all of this goodness coming to us and attainable. And yet we have more and more people who are feeling the lack of self-confidence, the lack of... Now, if someone feels that way, my recommendation to anyone here in this room or anybody online, if anyone feels that lack of confidence, I would highly recommend go see someone, go talk to someone. Whether it be a rabbi, a professional, a therapist, go talk to someone to see who can spend time and share with you how great you are. Because it's important. The first person you should believe in is yourself. Believe in yourself. God believes in you. He gives you life. He thinks you're valuable. So your neighbor doesn't think you're valuable. So your friends don't think you're valuable. The media doesn't think of. Again, people in the public eye are facing a tremendous amount of pressure, whether it be, look, an individual yesterday tweeted the food that he ate. And there's a whole Twitter storm going against this guy. How can you eat in this place? How can you eat in this place? I don't want to get into details. But this is the similar bullying that people are saying is terrible in schools. And these are from adults. And these are from people who are in the public eye. You have someone standing up in front of the Tony Awards presentation and says terrible things about the president. Why is that not bullying? Forget the laws of Lashon Hara. Forget the laws of Motzi Shemra. Forget the laws of positive speech. To say things in public about someone else that's negative, it has an impact. So I think that we need to believe in ourselves, number one. These spies didn't believe in themselves. They saw themselves like grasshoppers. So therefore everybody else saw them like grasshoppers. As Jews, by the way, we have a similar responsibility. If we see ourselves as a chosen people, we'll be treated like a chosen people. If we say, you know what, we want to assimilate, we want to be part of the other nations, we don't want anyone to know that we're different, we just want to be like one with everyone else, that's when all the trouble happened throughout the history. Is whenever the Jewish people said, you know what, we're just going to blend in. That's when trouble came to the Jewish people. We have to know who we are. We have to be proud of who we are. And we have to never let anything get in the way of that. And make other people proud of who they are. Share a compliment with other people. You see someone like Dave, look at him. Look at him. Look at a beautiful haircut he has. You should tell him. Great haircut. Right? Tell him. Build him up. Nice shirt. Right? You look so good today.
Oh yeah, sure.
Right? We should share those positive pieces of encouragement. A husband to a wife is even 10 times more important to share a compliment. From minute to minute. It's not day to day.
What are you coughing at there, Gary?
So, my dear friends.
It's online, dude.
Yeah, it's okay. You know what? Our friends online understand that they're dealing with a live audience, and you know, we have questions going on here. You're all welcome to join. Marcy Green, Danny Gutman, Ben Helstein, and all of our other friends online. Moshe Plummer, Yehuda Gurwitz. You guys are all welcome to join us in our class right here at the Torch Center, Houston, Texas. 9427 Glenfield Court, live class. And we're happy to share some of it with you. So, I think it's a very important lesson to learn from our spies. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. People who believe in themselves can accomplish so much more. People who believe in themselves are happier. So, I think it's an important lesson, and I think one that should hopefully be conveyed to the world, that the importance of each of us believing in ourselves. Not like grasshoppers, but we're all giants. We are all great people. We're all capable of such enormous accomplishments if we only believe in ourselves. So with that, my friends, we're going to go offline. We want to thank you all for joining us, and we're going to continue with our live class now. Thank you so much. Have a terrific evening, everyone.